Hello, everybody. Welcome to session number 5 here during the Unstoppable Service Dog Workshop in the Facebook group Service Dog Prep. I am your host, Caitlin Bird, and here today with me, I have one of my long-term clients, Erin Callanan, that I would like to welcome her to the stream to help tell us more, a little bit what it's like about working with me and her experience raising and training her own service dog. Welcome, Erin.
Hi.
So it's so nice to see your face here. People are interested in hearing your personal experience and your story. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's been like why you decided to choose a service dog to help you?
Sure. I have really bad arthritis. Thank you, Daisy. And anxiety and a couple other different things. And I was like, yeah, I can do this. I don't need help. I don't need any type of assistance. I've got just the basic help that I need, that everybody's like, yeah, you're good. I ended up just going with your basic dog obedience class, and the one day I just had such a hard time moving because of weather, and you brought up service dog, the service dog topic, and I was like, yeah, I was like, okay, I've never really thought about it, because everybody, you always have that back thought in your mind of, people are going to look at me and they're going to go, why do you need that dog? Or it's, you just want to bring your pet into the store with you because you don't want to leave them home alone. And really it's, no, I might not have anything you can see, but sometimes if I drop something, keys, wallet, whatever it is, sometimes bending over is hard to do. So, just having that extra help is so nice to have. And I, never even thought about it. So when you brought it up, and, I was like, well, it's worth a shot. I was at that point that I was like, I'll give anything a try. I, always open-minded. And so since, starting with you into all of this, it has helped me kind of be more confident going out places. And nowadays, it's not only just my knee issue, but my anxiety issue. And, now that we're all wearing these masks, and everybody, some people can't wear them, whether it's claustrophobia, anxiety, it's, everybody has a different reason why they can't wear them, but it's mandated. Well, having Daisy around eases everything up, and I don't feel so freaked out by having to wear it as much. I kind of still ever so often, but I think anybody's going to have that. And nobody's going to be perfect, because nobody is perfect.
Yeah, and I want to interrupt you there because I remember when you first came to me, you were missing out on work because of your knees.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I missed out.
Since then, you've had a lot of different surgeries, and it's gotten a lot better, but it's still hit or miss.
Yep, I can definitely tell when the weather's changing. Definitely tell when it's going to rain. If it's super cold and snowy, I can try to make it, but I might not make the full day, because it gets to the point that I can't move. I attempt it, I do what I can, but all in all, it's like half the time I get, why did you even come here if you're like this? It's like, well, it's either try, or, in the back of my mind with how my anxiety is, I go, great, I had to call out because I can't move. What are they thinking? Like, it's, I shouldn't have to do this.
To each other.
Yeah, it's like, to me, I think I should be okay enough to keep doing this, and I have to keep telling myself, listen to your body. Your body's telling you something. It's okay. And there are days that Daisy just lays with me all day in bed. If I can't move, she'll just lay there and she just cuddles and snuggles and she'll give me kisses. And it just makes me feel a little bit better knowing that it's okay. She knows that there's something wrong. I'm hurting. She's not going to leave my side. And
yeah. Yeah. And I've heard stories about her helping you at work as well. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, the couple times that like I'll take her into work with me, because I do a lot of, I'm always at Home Depot, always. And so even like when I'm at work, and she loves to help. So I'm like, okay, fine. Um, well, we have to carry flags around if you're a spotter. Well, somebody's like, your dog's not going to hold that. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, she won't hold that. So I was like, all right, here, Daisy, hold this. And she's like, okay. And she held it and she's looking both ways, making sure that there's nobody coming out and we're just spotting down. And they're like, I can't believe she just did that. I'm like, well, yeah. I said, that's her job. I said, she helps me. And it's like, and I just dropped the flag. I said, oops, sorry. I said, Daisy, can you please pick that up for me? And they were like, she's not going to do that. I said, yes, she will. And she went and she picked it up. And they're like, that's amazing. She did that because you asked her to. I said, yeah. And they're like, wow, I can't believe that. I'm like, this is my help. I said, this, it's so nice to be able to have it. And I have more confidence in going up and talking to people. Like, I mean, because sometimes you can get that one customer, that one person that's like, it's an online only special. And then they get an attitude. Well, it says you have it on the website. It's like, but it only has certain numbers. Like, we can't get it. And that's so, like, I feel a little bit more better that, all right, I'll pet her and talk to her. And it's just one of those, you don't have to worry about somebody yelling at you. What do you mean? Blah, blah. And it's like, please, like, just like, I just, a lot of times before I used to want to curl up in a bubble and just like go, okay, float away. Bye. Okay, leave all of this. And I just never really had the confidence to help as many people as I would with her, because it's just at this point that I'm like, okay, beforehand they'd yell at me and I'm like, well, what did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? And a lot of times everybody's like, you did everything right. But back in deep in my thought, I had to do something wrong to get this person to be angry. Mm-hmm. So it's just being able to just kind of really focus and calm myself down and just have that. I go sit down somewhere and she comes over and she'll sit with me and I will just give her a hug, or she'll sit in my lap and lean against me and just make me feel better. And then I go, okay, I'm good. I'm fine. Now we can continue on. Mm-hmm. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I have to say too, because working with you personally, for what it's been about 2 years now.
Yeah.
To see the boost in your confidence, like you've become a different person. I'm serious. You've become a different person. You walk with so much more confidence. You're taller. You have a different aura around you. And it's really amazing to see working with somebody, because like you said, you felt like you were small and shy and curled up in a little ball, and it's okay. I mean, right? I mean, that's what anxiety does, right? And to see that transformation is really spectacular. So, and you've done a lot of work to get you here with your hound mix, Daisy.
Yeah.
As your service dog. Yeah, you did a lot of really good work. Oh, don't start crying. You start crying.
No, it is. I never thought, you see all these service dogs, and it's all like labs and shepherds and golden retrievers and, you know, poodles and all like these other breeds. And once in maybe a blue moon, a hound will come through. And it's like, but not a lot of people have hounds because they're nose work dogs. They love to work with their nose mostly because that's what they're bred to do. They're bred to find all these wildlife animals. And so trying to really work with her and get her to focus off from really, like, she had to learn how to turn her nose off when we're working. And for her, sometimes it's difficult. She gets it, but I could still tell that she wants to, like, new places. She goes, I want to smell. This is new. My nose is going, oh my God, we're someplace new. But she goes, I'm working. I know I'm not supposed to. And so, you know, after we do something really good, like, I'll bring her out to a field and go, okay, go sniff, go have fun, go, like, you did excellent. I'm going to let you have your free time right now because you deserved it. You did excellent. You did your job. Now my job is to give you your time to be a dog, to be you, to let you do what you want that makes you happy. Because you're working with me and you're happy doing that. You love it. You enjoy every aspect of helping me. But you still want to be a dog. So it's just
in the end, they are still dogs.
Yes. And it's neat to see how she can really figure out going, oh, I'm working. Okay. And then the minute it's like, hey, I can go do this. This is great. And then to have her refocus, we'll go out for like a couple hours. And then it's like, hey, we're going to go do this. And I'll put her back into working mode. And she goes, right, that's what we're doing. I had my time. Now we're back into working mode. And she had that escape. She can get all of her sniffs out. She can get everything. And it's like, I didn't think I would be as far as I would with a hound mix. I was like, this is going to end. I thought that this would end badly. I'm like, this is not going to end very well. And she just proved me wrong. I mean, she's like, she kind of reminds me of me when I was growing up. Everybody's like, you can't do this. I'm like, watch me. I can. And then they kind of just sit back going, you just did that. I'm like, I told you I could do it. Like, give me a chance. And so she's like me. She goes, hey, you might not think I can do it, but watch. I'll prove you everybody wrong and let everybody know, no matter what breed you are, you can do it with the right training and with the right attitude. And if you're happy doing it, I'm happy doing it. If we make this into a game, if we, you know, have fun and we're not, this has to be done this way, this, and it's more, okay, let's go out and do this. Yeah, let's go have fun. And they're like, okay, whatever. You're excited to do this. I'm excited to do this. Yeah, let's go learn. Let's go. And that's helped big time in all of this. It's not like we got to do this. Sit. You got to sit now. And, you know, a lot of times you say that over and over to a dog and they're going to look at you. They're going to be like, why? Why do I have to do this? What's the point? But if you're like going out and it's like, let's sit. And they sit and it's like, yay, you get all excited about it. And they're like, okay, I did something to make you happy. So they're going to want to keep doing it.
Right. And, you know, it's different than like group classes.
It is.
Right. Because group classes are very cookie cutter.
Yeah. You have a week to learn one task. And if you don't get that task done in that week, oh, the next week you're learning something new. And it's like, you know, you feel like a failure because you didn't get that task done in a week. So then you start feeling down and out, and then your dog can sense that. So now your dog's going, what did I do wrong? And so then it's like, okay, so now you're like, do they have that feeling of, I let them down? I didn't understand it. They're upset. what did I do? And then, so now you're just having this whole issue. I mean, in some dogs, they get it. I mean, they're smart enough. You ask them to do one thing and like in a day they understand it. And then you're like, okay, now what? By the time like 6 weeks come by or whatever, how long those group classes are, they've mastered everything down, and you go to like the next step, and then they're like, we need something more challenging. Like this dog just picks up on it so quickly. And then you get these dogs that it might take them 3 weeks just to understand what sit means or what stay means or whatever. Because it could be, you could be doing something and then your dog's not understanding it. Then you're getting frustrated and you just say, forget it, I'm done. And then you try to go back to it and you do the same thing with what the trainer showed you and everything, and it's just not, you guys are not understanding each other. And then, you know, you might go to a different place and do their classes, and then all of a sudden your dog might be acing that and understanding everything, and it's just your hand motions could be different. Your body language could be different. It could be
It's
the words. Like, yeah, it just all depends. I mean, as long as you figure out what you all can do, once you have that communication with your dog, it's smooth sailing.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
might still have
getting to that point
hiccups.
can be tough.
Yeah. I mean, you'll still have hiccups. You might be able to find that tweak for how to get them to sit.
Mm-hmm.
And you do the same thing to get them to a down, and they'll look at you like, I don't know. And then you can go back to the old way for how you were teaching them to sit, and they go, oh, this is what you need me to do. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, so now you've got two different.
So allow me to interrupt here.
Uh-huh.
So there's the class training, right? Sit down, stay, pet dog stuff. It's everything's on verbal cue. We also know that there's service dog training, which is more automatic. We're not constantly telling them to leave it. We're not constantly telling them to heel. Right? The dogs just kind of perform it naturally. Yeah. So, and it's totally different working with a trainer one-on-one through a program than a group class. Mm-hmm. So you have all this experience with previous trainers, with previous situations in training. Mm-hmm. What do you like about working with me?
I like the fact that it is one-on-one. I mean, even when I first started, it was just a group class, because that's how I got Daisy started. We started in group classes, and then I learned about service dog work. Even then, it was still, I thought of it as still one-on-one, because if I was struggling, but another dog was doing fine, you were like, okay, you move on to this next step, and you would come over and you would watch and see how I would be doing it. And you'd not only look at me, but you'd look at Daisy and you'd figure out, okay, who's not understanding? And you would just either have me tweak something, or you would have me either use a higher value treat or something, because maybe her attention wasn't on it, or, you know, and then once you figured that out, and we got it down, then it was like, oh, okay, we got this. So it's a lot better working with you, knowing that if I'm struggling, but somebody else isn't, it's okay. Everybody's going to be hitting mile markers at different stages. Somebody can be hitting them right exactly on the right mark. Others, they could take 2 to 3 weeks, and that's okay. It's not like it's, oh my God, you've got to get this done. It's okay. Everybody's different. Everybody learns different. Everybody has like different techniques. They might want to try their technique that they've used with previous dogs, and it could be just that that's not working for this particular dog, and you'll take notice to that. You actually really do help us out with that. Mm-hmm. You don't just go, okay, well, you're struggling, well, we're moving on. Mm-hmm. It is more this person moves on, you're still stuck on sit, we will get this down. Don't stress, don't worry, we've got this. And it's so nice. It's relaxing, and you don't have to, go into class and worry. Like, okay, I'm not as far as everybody else. Or, the next
there's no
class.
comparison, right?
Yeah, there isn't.
The way that comparison prospect aspect of it.
Yep.
So, there's a lot of people with disabilities listening to this live right now, and they're struggling in some aspect of training their service dog, right? Whether it be dog distractions, whether it be some of the foundations like automatic settling, automatic focus, right? Healing. What would you say to this person struggling right now?
I'd pretty much tell them just to don't give up. Keep at it. Don't give up. I've struggled with loose leash walking for the longest time with Daisy. We got that pretty down. Now it's dog distractions.
You have to start saying things with more conviction, Erin. You're like, we've got that down pretty well. Girl, you're killing your healing. You are killing it.
Yeah, we are. We are. I'm very proud of how far we come with that healing aspect. That is a lot farther than I would have ever thought possible with a hound mix. I was expecting to still have some tweaking issues that I would need to do, but no, that is a really good area that we've overcome by a milestone.
Yeah. And just to put it into perspective for those of you watching, when Erin stops, Daisy stops by her side, like on a dime, right? And they are in tune. Like, they are in tune with each other. Every time we're doing our healing practice, every time I'm watching them, I mean, they're killing it. They kill it every single time. Yeah, absolutely. So what is it, Erin? Because not all trainers are the same either. I tell people all the time, you need to find that trainer that you click with.
Yep.
Because being on the same wavelength, even for your brain wavelength, right? You need to be like in each other's heads. You need to be able to click. And if you're working with somebody who maybe you're uncomfortable with the methods they're using, maybe they're moving too fast and you're not really sure, and it's constantly frustrating you, right? If you aren't feeling that flow, if you're not feeling that click, if you don't understand, obviously talk to your trainer about it. But if it's been an ongoing thing and you've brought it up a few times, fire that trainer.
Yep.
Right? So you need to find that person that you click with. Right? So how has working with me made a difference in your disability? With your disability?
It's made me it's made me understand that even though with everything that I've got, like you said, every trainer has their own method of training, and working with you has made me realize that wow, I can take my time. I don't have to every week stress going, I didn't get it. And then my anxiety would get kicked in because now, I'm expected to be able to get to the next step. And I'm expected to already have known what's going on. Especially, you've had dogs in the past. A lot of people, they automatically think, oh, you had dogs in the past? Oh, they probably have been trained. Okay, so you should already know what you're doing. It doesn't matter. I could have had the world's smartest dog before, and now I could have the world's most stubborn dog. And now that makes training difficult. But working with you has made it seem like no matter what kind of dog I have, the smartest dog, the stubborn dog, the dog that's like, I just want to lounge around all day. We still need to get stuff done type of dog. You've made it not as stressful, and you've made training exciting. You've made it wanting to go to class. You've made it not so, for me, you've made my anxiety not have to go skyrocket, because if I don't get it, it's okay. We will work on it.
And then you will get it.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I not once did I think I'd be as far as I am with Daisy, and now I'm like, once we get these distractions taken care of, I'm like, that's right now, that's my biggest hurdle. Everything else, I was like, at first my thought was healing's the hardest. And you're like, we'll get it. We'll get it. And the first couple of times, like, the back of my mind, I was like, I'm never going to get this. I'm never going to get this. I'm like, I'm not going to give up. She says we can get it. We can get it. And with your help, and just with having that right trainer and not having somebody put pressure on you, has made it 10 times easier, because now I go and hit another obstacle and I go, I'm not going to get this. And then it might be, no, she says we can get this. I know we can get it. The back of my mind says we can't, but I have your support. I've got to keep telling myself, I've got this. I can't let those back deep thoughts that want to go, you're never going to get this. No, it's not going to happen. You've got a hound mix. It's, she's stubborn, this and that. And it's like, no, I've got this. You're always going to have that deep thought going, is this really going to work? But don't second guess yourself. Mm-hmm. Never second guess yourself.
I'm going to have to interrupt you again, because we have some really great comments coming in from the people who are watching this. The first one's from Kira. She says, thank you, Erin, for sharing all of this. It's wonderful and very appreciated. Lori says, great job, Erin. Thank you for sharing your experience, strength, and your hope. Lisa says, thank you, Erin, for sharing your story with us. Heart emoji. Sounds like you and Caitlin have a great trainer and client relationship where she understands you and your needs, which has helped you get to where you are. Fantastic. So we're getting lots of loves in the comments down here below. And I do have to say, Erin, you guys have, even with the distractions, like, I know there's one specific distraction you guys are struggling with, just one at this point. And you're saying plural distractions, and I'm like, girl, you have to give yourself more credit than this, because you guys have come such a far way. And even then with this one distraction you're struggling with, which is dogs, you've still come a really long way. I remember when you couldn't walk into 50 feet away from a dog without Daisy completely checking out.
Yeah.
And now she can focus around calm dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just the crazy dogs we're working on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So again, like, you guys are killing it. You have to give yourself more credit than that. So would you say that hiring a service dog coach, is it a cost, or is it really an investment in yourself?
It's more of an investment. I never looked at this as a cost. This is me investing not only in getting a well-trained dog, but it's also investing in me. It's investing in having me go, okay, I can do this. I can go out in this world now, and I can conquer what task I decide to put myself. If I want to give myself a challenge, I have a partner here that is going to be by my side and not going to judge me. And they're not going to be like, you need to stop and take a break. Okay, let's just sit and chill and take a break. Oh, you're ready to go now? Okay. And they're not going to second guess. They're not going to look down on you like, we were just moving. Why are you sitting here and waiting? And I want to keep going. And they're not going to do that. They're just going to be like, oh, we're taking a break. Okay, what's next? And so it's like having that support there is just, it's made me feel so much better. And yeah, I would say that this is an investment. It's investing in your future. It's investing in you being able to go out in this world where before you might go out and people look at you weird. You know, to me, when I go out, I think people, you know, when they first look at me, I always think that, you know, if I walk funny, you know, what are they thinking? And, you know, it's like, well, I've got bad knees. And, you know, having Daisy there, I go, they're not looking at me. They're looking at Daisy because she's just this most cute, adorable dog. It kind of eases my mind up because I just kind of reprogram my brain to go, they're not looking at me. They're not judging me. They're looking at my dog and they're going, wow, that's a really well-behaved dog. I wish my dog was like that. I've heard that a couple of times. They're like, wow, she's so good. I'm like, it's a lot of training I put into it, but yeah, I mean, she's excellent. And
you did that.
Yeah. And that's exactly. And I was like, yeah, and they're like, oh, well, you know, where did you go? And I was like, oh, well, you know, I've got, you know, my service dog trainer. And they're like, oh, they're like, well, did you send her somewhere? I'm like, no, I did the work. It's like, it's, I like how you are one-on-one. We are working together as a team. I don't send her out somewhere and, you know, 6 months they train her and then I get her back and then now I have to learn all their commands. I have to learn everything. And it's like,
well, and not only that, but you don't understand the baselines of what to start with. Like you learned your auto settle, you're learning your autofocus, right?
Yep.
And you foster dogs, may I add. This superhuman over here, she fosters puppies. And she is teaching these skills to these foster puppies too. So she is starting to apply what she's learned as a whole to the other dogs that are in her life.
Yep. Any dog that comes in, it's what we start with.
And you can't get that with a board and train situation.
No, nope. I would have never known to be able to teach any of these puppies, my dog, or any dogs. I mean, because, I mean, you get rescue dogs and we give them names. You don't know what their name was. And so they come in and the first thing that we start working with is we start with the name game. And I have everybody in my house, my mom, my boyfriend, we all start working. And then they start picking that up. And then it's like, okay. And then, you know, from there we get into the sits. And by the time these guys get adopted, some of the people are like, wow, they're real. They know this. It's like, well, yeah. It's all in, like, it, to me, it's second nature because I invested all this time into Daisy.
Yeah.
And so now it's like,
sure.
I not only have her that I'm working with, I do my foster dogs. I'll know what to do for the next dog. And it's something I can use from now moving on forward. It's not like it's just going to be Daisy and done. You're going to invest in the time with the dog now to invest in the dog once your service dog is ready to retire. Now you have everything. You can keep going. And then, you know, the next dog after that and the dog after that. And so I wouldn't say it's like, well, I just, you know, I got signed up into a service dog class. Okay, no, I invested in a service dog class because it not only helps me, but it is going to help other dogs down the line.
Whether that be the puppies, which not everybody fosters pups, or your future service dog.
Yep.
Absolutely. So can you expand a little bit into a little more? Did I uncomplicate the process of training a service dog for you?
You did. I mean, when you first brought it up, I was like, oh my God, this is service dog work. Like, this is, I mean, you see all these service dogs out there. And I mean, when you think of service dog, the first thing that comes into mind are the seeing eye dogs or the medical alert dogs and some mobility dogs, but you don't see them around as much. You don't hear about them too much. Like, everything's broadcasted about seeing eye dogs. So some people I know, when I've come across, some people are like, well, what's a mobility dog? Well, if you're stuck on the ground and you can't get up, that dog is there to help you. Oh, well, how do you go about doing that? It's like, I went and I did it I had a trainer to help me so I understand what steps, but I did it myself because I knew I would need help. I did not know the first thing about what to do. And I thought it was just going to be this huge process. I was never going to get it. I was going to struggle every step along the way. And it just would have ended in either a really bad outcome, or it would have been me not being as far along as I am in the process.
Mm-hmm.
And then starting classes with you and having you take it step by step, and even with all of these, like with the videos, and I have some papers that you gave us when we first started, and I was like, wow, this is actually, it's easy, it's simple, it's not as complicated as some people might think it is.
Mm-hmm.
The right trainer, the right information, and you'll have that smooth transition going from one task to another task to another task, and it will be so much easier once you have all of those lined up. But I mean, like I said, I would have never thought in a million years I would be doing what I'm doing now. And you have helped me out so much, realizing that it's possible and it's not as complicated as someone might think it really is.
It just takes a lot of time and effort and a lot of practice.
It does. Yep.
Take it step by step. Absolutely.
Yep. You have to have the patience, the time and patience. That's what it really is. If you've got the time and patience, you can set out and you can do anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Great words, Erin. Great words. So if we were to sum this all up, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you were to conglomerate all the experience that you've had working with me over the years and working with Daisy and helping you get past those roadblocks that you've hit along the way, what did it mean in your life? What did it mean learning from me to you?
It meant that I can go out and I can be me. I don't have to still be someone that's shy, cooped up in the house. I get up, I go to work, I come home, might take one of my dogs for a walk, but that's about the extent of it. It's now, oh, okay, I can go out into a crowded mall. I can go out to a big crowded place. I don't have to go, oh my God, I have to go here. But it's like holiday season, or it's like a big festival event, and I don't have to go in, see what you want to see, get out. It's not okay, we got to try to find not the skinny little path to get through, but a little bit wider path, or if there isn't any, just try to go through these crowds as quickly as possible and just get out of there. It has just opened my eyes to realize that there is so much that you could be missing that you don't have to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Erin. Well, it's been fabulous. Thank you so much for sharing your experience on what it's like raising and training a service dog. So excited that you were able to share your experience here with us. Thank you so much. And if you guys have any questions for Erin, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll tag Erin down in the comments so that she can answer them when she's able to, because I know she's quite the busy girl. She is.
Oh yeah.
We got another job, so quite the busy girl. All right. So thank you so much, Erin.
You're welcome.
And as we're going on here, I want you guys to turn to page 9 in your workbook, because we are going to be covering task training. And we're going over task ideas. Okay, we want to go over your task idea list. And well, right here. We got your task idea lists right here. Okay, so I want you to take your time, get a pen and paper out. And if you don't already have the ideas that you need to get started on task training, let's get ready and get some ideas going. All right. So a lot of people come to me, right? Especially new trainers, new owner trainers. They come to me and they're freaking out. They're saying, oh my gosh, what about task training? What about task training? And they're freaking out because they don't have that recipe that they might need freely and readily available to them to teach their dog how to get to that task. Right? Because, I mean, what have we been providing you guys in the back, right? In the back of the worksheet, we have those recipes, right? Very detailed recipes in here for you in the back of the workbook. And that makes people feel comfortable because they have a goal, they have an outline of how to get to that goal. And then as soon as they get to task training, they're like, what do I do? And they're so overwhelmed, right? And this is one of the reasons why I tell people, along with your dog needs to grow up, at least for the first year of their life before you start task training. But this is another reason why I tell people to take that time. Do your practice, do your homework, do your autofocus game, do your settle, practice your heeling out in public, right? And build on that. Because by the time you're around a year of age, you're going to understand your new puppy a lot more. You're going to understand how to get past certain roadblocks with them. You're going to start understanding a little bit more about shaping and training plans, right? And you're going to get to have that experience to see how a trainer thinks and works and adapts to the animal that's in front of them, right? So and what I tell people is task training isn't hard. It is the easiest part of training a service dog. It really, truly is. If you can teach your dog to do what it needs to do in public for the basics, that's the hardest part. That is the hardest part. So typically tasks can take anywhere from a couple of weeks to a couple of months to fully train. Okay. And I am all for working with three tasks at a time, right? So always be working on different elements of those tasks, break it up, do it in separate sessions, right? Have breaks and playtime in between those sessions and start building up on those tasks, right? Don't get your dog bored. Don't make it drudging, right? Mix it up. Okay. So, yeah. Absolutely. If you guys need some ideas for tasks down below, let me know. Let me know who you are. Let me know what we need to fill in for you, and we'll get some ideas going. Okay. Now, the other thing that I also find people accidentally doing is they don't wait for that 1 year, right? They don't wait for their dog to grow up, and they want to start task training really quickly and really early on. And they don't have that experience of teaching that dog out in public, of working through whatever issues they might end up with, right? Maybe it's dog distractions. And they try to jump into task training and they rely on that pup way too early. And guess what happens when you try to rely on a young dog, right? They're not even a teenager yet. Maybe they are a teenager. How reliable are teenagers? How reliable are human teenagers? Like, let's look at that for a second, right? You can't rely on a human teenager to take care of an adult. Why do we expect the same for our dogs, right? Maybe you can begin some concepts, right? Maybe they're good at fetch and dropping items. Great, right? It's still a game right now. We're not relying on that for any, deep purpose. You can introduce some concepts like maybe a prolonged downstay. That's preliminary to deep pressure therapy, right? You can introduce concepts, but don't rely on them, right? Because you are going to burn out your dog. All right. Lori says deep pressure therapy, self-harm interruption, opening doors, forward momentum for mobility. Yep. Yes, and yes. And, proofing behaviors is also extremely important. And part of proofing, you already know. I mean, it's going to be easier if you've already proofed your dog through basic obedience out in public than having to rely to proof that out in public before you have your basic obedience proofed, right? Then you're battling a whole nother monster. Okay. All right. So in your blank spots here, we have, depending on the task, it can take anywhere from, the answer is a few weeks to a few months to fully task train from start to finish. Depending on the task, it might even take a couple days to get started, but to be fully proofed, you might need a couple more days for that, right? Maybe a week to fully proof, right? And the thing I really want you guys to keep in mind is that training a service dog takes commitment in order to get results, okay? It really takes commitment to get results. You can't just say, act as if it's your hobby, right? When we commit to taking action, we are committed to results. If you focus on taking action, everything else will follow. So put that time aside in your calendar twice a day. Maybe before breakfast, maybe after you eat breakfast, maybe after your shower, maybe just after you get your pot of coffee, right? And take that commitment to train your dog. Put it in your schedule, make it reliable, keep it there, and build on that. Because when you are committed to taking action, you are committed to results. All right. So I wanted to let you guys know that if you are ready to get down to business, start working with me right away. Get in touch with me over Messenger and schedule a phone call so we can decide if this is the right program for you. Okay? Because not everybody's going to be a good fit for this program. And my focus is to make sure that if you are interested in the Unstoppable Service Dog program, that you are the right fit. Okay, that is my goal, because I want the right people in this program with the right mindset and have the right attitude to applying this program with proven pillars on how to get that unstoppable service dog. All right. So I want to invite you guys into my family. Okay, I want you to take all the new knowledge that you just learned, all of those realizations that I just gave you, and I want you to know I'm waiting with open arms. Okay, I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm able to help you take all of your goals, all of your dreams, that big vision that you have for the future, and make it all a reality. I want you to make today the day that you look back on 2 years from now, because you started with the puppy, right? And you say to yourself, that was the day I claimed my spot. That was the day I put my own stake in the ground. And that is when everything changed for me. And I want today to be that day that you say yes to one very important thing. I want you to say yes to your future. Okay, so if you are interested in joining the Unstoppable Service Dog program, it is $497 per month for 12 months. It is a 12-month contract. Okay, and if you are interested, you can actually sign up. Tell me down below with a little dog emoji that you would like to sign up for this program. Okay, now, you've got to be wondering, right? Ask yourself why and how people who have PTSD, dysautonomia, rheumatoid arthritis, seizures have not only been able to make it on their own, but actually start to thrive. And that's because of that missing piece of the puzzle, their service dog coach to help pull things together and make it click. All right, again, if you are interested in joining, it's $497 per month for 12 months. And I have 5 spaces open for a free 30-minute private Zoom call. Now that private 30-minute Zoom call is valued at $87.50 to the first 10 people who comment, "I am in the comments below. And I will personally reach out to you and we will book your free 30-minute consultation to see if you are the right fit for the program, or if you have any remaining questions about what this program is about and what we will be covering and how we're going to be able to support you. Yes, it is $497 per month for 12 months. So when I get people into the Unstoppable Service Dog program, their lives change forever. And I am going to help disabled individuals completely change their lives forever. So again, there's a 10-person cap. Comment down below with "I'm in" if you want me to reach out for the free 30-minute consultation, which is valued at $87.50. And if you know that this is the right program for you, comment down below with the dog emoji and we will get you ready and signed up. All right. So you guys, 497.00. Yes. Yes. Because this is a private coaching one-on-one. Okay. This is a one-on-one private coaching session. So I have a couple questions, right? Some people have a couple questions about this program and what it includes. So question number 1, what is the life-changing difference of the Unstoppable Service Dog? This program is different than just hiring a trainer for a one-off or a two-off or a 7-week program, right? The Unstoppable Service Dog program is a program designed to make sure that you have the support, the accountability. How many of you people need to be accountable? I know I need to be accountable. I need to be held accountable by my own coach, right? The direction and the feedback that you need to succeed. And keep in mind, I know your disability. I know you. I'm here to support you in between our scheduled meetings and our scheduled live sessions. So there's actually an Unstoppable Service Dog group. It's a private group made just for the people who are part of the program. Okay. And you will not need to hire another trainer or use any other program in order to have a fully trained, reliable service dog. Time and time again, I've helped my clients raise and train their dogs into fully reliable service dogs with the Unstoppable Service Dog program. So who is the program for? This is a program for people who have disabilities who can fully take care of a dog either by themselves or they have a family member that can be fully committed to the program and to help you train the service dog. All right. So core components of the program. You get live calls. Okay. There are also we have a lot of live calls already previously recorded that you're probably going to feel you need to catch up on. Don't worry about it. Right? I am there to guide you and help you, because as soon as you get into that program, there's going to be so much information available. People often come to me and say, "I'm overwhelmed." But I say, stop. this is the path you're on. This is what you need to do. And as we go, this is what we get, right? So you get live calls any and every single time that you need them, right? We have live Q&A sessions. We have essential trading skills. We have troubleshooting. So you can even submit the behavior that you might have been working on. Maybe you need just a little bit of guidance, something really quick. And we have troubleshooting workshops. And of course, about body language, right? So you also have the Facebook group, right? So I've trained people brand new to training that don't have a dog, and people who may already have their service dog. And I have people who have already started training their own service dog. And I have the experience to know what you need, where you are, and meet you where you're at. And you have to ask yourself, where else can you put yourself in a room every single day where you are interacting and getting direction from the people who are doing what you want to do, who are where you want to be, and that are accomplishing what you want to accomplish. Okay, so again, if you know that this is the right program for you, we've talked about it, drop that dog comment down in the emoji down in the comments below. If you are interested in booking that free 30-minute call worth $87.50, comment "I'm in" down below, and we will book that free consultation call to get you rolling. Okay. Now, included in this program, you also get a once a month private coaching call from me, one-on-one. All right. And that's to tell you, hey, this is your month's plan. Where are you at? Where are we going? And how are we getting there? Right? You get me as your personal accountability coach. If you are interested, and for those of you with the mindset right now saying, I can't afford this, guys, keep in mind, like, you can't afford not to. If you want to get back out into the community, if you want to live your life so much more free and with so much more freedom with your disability or your chronic illness, then you have to step up, do the work, and take action. Okay? So we are the first hybrid service dog program that includes private coaching. So you're wondering why the program is $497 a month? It's because you have a coach that you work with every single month with you on your service dog training. And then you have the weekly lives and the trainings that are tailored specifically to your questions during the week. I'm here checking in on you, and I'm asking, hey, where are you? How are you progressing? How can I help you take that next step? And I'm moving you along the process. And a lot of people are afraid, hey, you're going to disappear after I sign up. Kelly, have I disappeared? Right? I'm not sure Kelly's here live with us, but I'm there pushing you along the way. Right? This is an accountability program. There is no other accountability program like this on the market. Yeah, there's video trainings out there. Yeah, there's these academies out there, but there's no consistent ability for them to follow up with you. You have to order that separately, don't you? Right? This is a 12-month intensive program where if you do the work, you are getting results. And I am there taking you by the hand and guiding you along the way to success, right? Because you're not just a number in somebody's program. You are my focus. You are my whole energy, and it's all around helping you succeed. All right. So I am waiting for you with open arms to help make 2021 your year. Now, you have to be willing to get the help you have to be willing to get the help you need in order to get the solution you desire. And that's your next step. All right. So if you know this is going to be you, I want you to comment down below, I'm in the chat right now, so that I know that you're going to be one of my lucky 10 to evaluate, see if this is the right program for you. And this is the difference. Keep in mind, this is the difference between going it alone by yourself and struggling versus having a support group rallying around you, helping you so that when you're in that critical moment, when you need it, how you need it, to make those improvements that you deserve, that's why you need it, right? That's why you need it. So I'm here and I want you to say yes to yourself. It is $497 per month for 12 months. It is a 12-month commitment. And I also have a pay in full bundle, which is 10% off if you decide to pay in full. So what does that run down to? $497 a month times 12. That's over a month worth free, guys. Okay, so it's like your first month and a half for free with the 10% discount. Okay, so that's $596 off. Minus $597, that's $5,367. Okay, so if you are interested in getting that 10% discount, let's book that call. All right. And in order to book that call, as a reminder, just comment "I'm in" down below, and I'm more than happy to reach out to you guys to see if this is the right program for you. Again, this is an accountability program. It is an intensive 12-month program to make sure that you get what you need out of you and your current dog. All right. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys learned so much from Erin earlier today, and I hope you learned a little bit more about task training and what it takes to get started on that. And I hope that you guys, I will be doing a live recap tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be sending out that email shortly so that you guys can have the link and join us there. All right. And we'll be going over our autofocus in that recap, as well as any questions you guys may have about the program. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great Friday. And as a reminder, all of the videos are coming down on Tuesday. So if you need to catch up on something, if you still need to practice some of your homework, please make sure to do that, because all of the workshop is ending on Tuesday and all of the videos are leaving with it. All right. Thank you guys so much. You have a great Friday, and I'll see you at 7. Bye.